You want to know the easiest way to fix acrylic pours that don't turn out the way you really hoped? Well, join me today in this video. I'll show you how easy it is to fix acrylic pours with stencil art using pigments. Hello, I'm Sabine. Thanks for joining me today as I demonstrate to you how I fix my acrylic pours. We'll start with our pouring mixers. Okay, so if you want to know more about your mixers, please check out the video in the link in the description below. My mixers have been sitting for some time, so I've adjusted them using the extra bright doors, windows and trims and some water. Also, I've had to adjust my cell activators that have been sitting for a while just by adding a little bit of Floetrol. Okay, and giving it a good mix. So for the swipe, I'll use this. I bought it from Woolies in the kitchen section. Okay, very handy little tool. All right, so I'll start with white house paint. I use either external or internal low sheen, and also, I mean, if you're going to resin, I would even use a matte. You know, you don't have to have sheen in the pillow paint. Make sure you spread it evenly, and to finalize, just make sure you create a nice little puddle in the middle because that needs to carry the paint across the canvas. Okay, so we'll start with the black layer first. I'm putting transparent paints on to start with, so I don't want too much white coming through. I'll put on a little bit of black that I've made up using black acrylic paint, chroma acrylic paint, and the doors, windows and trims medium. And then I'll start with the phthalo turquoise. And now for some cool yellow, which is also transparent, so that'll blend nicely with the phthalo turquoise. And now some dragon, which is a folk art colour shift, metallic. It's so pretty. I just swish it around and I just want to be scribbly today, so I'm not worried where anything goes really. And now for some cobalt teal. Love this colour, it's very pretty. It's not a bad consistency either, is it? I don't mind the way that one's going on. All right, and now for some Australian red violet. So this one's a transparent paint. Well, that's going on a bit lumpy, isn't it? I don't know what's happened to that mix. Anyhow, I'm sure it's not going to hurt the pouring too much. And lastly, that's not lastly. I'm not sure what that pigment was. This one's tangerine pigment. And then I will finish it off with some brilliant magenta. Okay, so now I'll start with my gold cell activator and put that on first because I want that on top of the black cell activator. All right, and remember to check out the video in the link in the description below for more on how to mix your cell activators. Okay, so now that that's done and the pouring is dry, I'm ready to do the next step, which is applying the stencil using gesso. And I'm going to use black gesso today. We'll see how that goes. This is very fluid and it just slides on so easy. So I'll try not to overdo it because I do not want it to smudge underneath. All right, and just make sure you spread it evenly and scrape off any excess. It's really easy to clean up. All you need is either a tissue earbud with some water. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. And remember to subscribe if you'd like to see some more art videos. And now we're ready for step 3. I'll apply the glue directly to the gesso and then I'll just keep going along and layer the pigment on top of the glue. Now be very careful when working with pigments, okay? So you do not want to allow the dust to go everywhere. If you need to, wear a mask when working with pigment. I'm very careful with it and I'm allowing my brush just to pick it up. It sticks into the brush nicely. You can even apply a little bit of glue to your brush and then dip it in the pigment as well. That works, and that's what I ended up doing towards the end of this because it was just easier. Alright, so we're almost done, and I just want to say big thank you for sticking around to the end of this video, and let me know whether you'd use pigments or whether you'd use paint to finish off a stencil. But it definitely did make a difference to the acrylic pouring. So remember, if it's a boring pouring, you can always do something with it. So just use your imagination and happy creating. Take care, and I wish you a very happy journey. Bye for now.